Hey everybody, welcome back to the Phantom's Den. We're here with another Voice Play React. This time we're going to be watching their boy bands in 5 minutes. Now, I am actually a huge fan of boy bands. I love their music, I love the dancing, I love the showmanship. I'm a sucker for it. Stuff like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Boys to Men, I love all that stuff. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this. I really hope they end up dancing to it. So without further ado, let's just give this a watch and I'll give my commentary as we go.
You're all I ever wanted. You're all I ever needed, yeah. So tell me what to do now, cause
Let's take it back.
Hey!
I want you back. Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Get it, Earl.
Show you I love you.
Oh man, all right. So I just got to say, first of all, I'm loving the synchronized choreography. I'm loving all the dancing so far. The costumes, the transitions, everything is great. They sound really good so far. Like Ellie did a really good job sounding like JT there at the beginning, or at least like making it sound like his own in terms of like being JT. And Earl's killing it as Little Michael. So I'm really excited to see what else they end up doing. Let's just keep going.
Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go, baby. But now that I've seen you in his arms, yeah, tell you something, I think you'll understand. When I say that
Jeff in the back on that bass.
I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling.
Woo! See you, Jane on.
Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby.
Ooh, that bass line. All right, so now that I've seen a few more of these. So first of all, they're nailing these styles. It's actually really cool getting to see them do all these transitions into the various genres and decades that they're doing this in. And it's a lot of fun that each of them is getting a turn to be able to take the lead in everything that they're doing so far. Like Ellie, J Nunn, and Earl have all gotten a chance to really, flaunt their stuff. He got to be Little Michael. Ellie's gotten to rock his tenor baritone stuff. Same with J Nunn. Like everything, they're doing a really good job fitting each voice to each specific genre that they're trying to do. They have great technique so far. Like they're adding in all their own pop riffs and runs, which are making it really fun to listen to. I'm really liking the tonality and their blending through the various genres so far. Like nobody's overpowering anybody so far. The blend's clean. Nobody's over singing anything, which is really nice because that's a pitfall you can fall into when you sing boy band music sometimes. But I'm really liking it so far. Let's just keep going.
Oh, how you tried.
Oh, yes.
To be down the side. You're telling dirty lies to my friends.
See the size of his wallet.
My own mother said, give her up, don't bother.
The world isn't coming to an end, he said.
Walk like a man, talk like a man. Walk like a man, my son. No woman's worth crawling on the earth. So walk like a man, my son.
Get it. Oh, that was cool.
You are my world. The love so sweet. You're my special treat.
Oh god, I love those fedoras. I really love the little camera trick that they did to have them all fall down. And oh man, I love the Four Seasons in Frankie Valley. Earl did a great job with that. I really like his piercing countertenor tonality. I know I've talked about this before in other videos, but he has just such a rich tone being that high up, and it is just astounding how much it just pierces straight through. Like, it sounds effortless for him, but it's really, really high up there. Like, I could probably mix that, but I had to sing in my falsetto to be able to, like, do that easily and comfortably while I'm sitting down. So, like, him being able to do that, like, full voice very comfortably is really, really impressive. And it's just, telling of how much these guys fill out the spectrum vocally, like being able to take all the way from Jeff's super basement low notes all the way up to Earl's super high counter tenor notes. It's always fun getting to see superpowers really flex in these videos and get to show off what they're really capable of in these compilations and like these little mashups they like to do.
Girl,
just warn you. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
That girl is it's
Hey, get it?
my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find that girl is
Oh God.
the right stuff. You got the right stuff, baby. Love the way you turn me on. The right stuff. Cause even though at times got rough, you never turned away. You right there, and I thank you.
So many times and changes you see right through. I shown up to survive without you.
Oh God, I'd probably just pause on a bad moment there because he's about to hit an even lower note. But I really, really, really love how whenever Jeff sings low like this, he does a phenomenal job of never pushing. He never forces the sound. He just lets it ride, and he really just allows it to flow out naturally, so he can maintain the really warmth of resonance that he needs down in his chest to be able to sustain something like that. Because I know, like, notes like that is probably a walk in the park for him, and this is a stylistic choice. But for anybody else who's not a super bass like him and has that range accessible very easily, I appreciate that he's showcasing restraint, and that even though, yes, you're capable of super amazing vocal feats and gymnastics, but it's not always necessary. Like, you don't have to pull out every trick from your bag of tricks every single time, like every single instant that you're singing, because yes, we know he's capable of it, but I'm glad that, like, he shows a little bit of restraint. And I say all this even though he's probably about to drop into the basement real quick, so let me rewind it a second and we'll hear that.
So many times and changes you see right through. I shown up to survive without you.
We both know that I shouldn't be here. This is wrong. And baby, it's killing me, it's killing you. Both of us gotta be strong. It's the hardest thing I'll ever have to do.
Ooh, yes, Earl.
To look you in the eye and tell you I don't love you. You are my fire, the one desire. You are. Don't wanna hear you say nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I wanted that.
Ooh, wow. I really, like, they were doing a lot of amazing stuff throughout those sections, but I really want to highlight this, not just because it's a Backstreet Boys song, but because of what it represents. Like, it really encapsulates how well the group works together and showcases a lot of wonderful moments, because it had two solos that blended into a beautiful 5-part harmony, or unison, I should say. And actually, let me go back and listen. I think it was like they had a build of harmonies, but I think they were singing mostly in unison there, and it sounded beautiful because no one overpowered anybody. They blended seamlessly. I couldn't hear any individual's voice, and that's really, really nice to hear in these groups.
The one desire. You are. Don't wanna
Solo.
hear you say nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake.
It's unison.
I never wanna hear you say
Oh, it's so nice.
I wanted that.
VP.
Sick and tired of hearing all these people talk about what's the deal with this pop life and when is it gonna fade out? When is it gonna fade?
Ooh, nice.
You ever wonder why this music gets you high? It takes you on a ride. Feel it when your body starts to rock. Baby, you can't stop.
The bubbles.
This must be when we danced all night to the best song ever. We knew every line. Now I can't remember how it goes, but I know that I won't forget her. 'Cause we danced all night to the best song ever. I think it went oh, oh, oh. I think it went yeah, yeah, yeah.
was fantastic. Nothing. The hip thrusting in place. That was fantastic. Yeah. Oh god, I loved that little build up that they had in pop with that NSYNC song. When is it gonna fade? When is it gonna fade? When is it gonna fade? And then they started, do you ever wonder why this music gets you high? It takes you on a ride. Like, I love that succession of building up through the octave. It added in a really cool nuance to it that made it even more engaging to listen to than the original. And it just made it more fun because it made it stylistically their own. Plus, they were also like using those bubble spraying things. That was just really funny.
Love you so bad. Now we hate just more. Love you so mad. Love you so mad. Now you will know it in your ear to the head. I'm so sick of this fake love. Fake love. Just for you to this fake love. Fake love.
Nice.
Fake love. I want you back.
Ooh, Ellie there with a nice run at the end. That was real nice. All right. That was just a lot of fun. Not a whole lot of technical stuff to really talk about per se, except, regular stuff. Just, I really like the blend. I like the stylistic nuances of not only making it their own, but altering the song slightly so that they could really flex their vocal gymnastics and their capabilities and their technical prowess within it. They synergized really well. The dancing was surprisingly good. I wonder if they hired a choreographer for this, because I can see, like, they're not all dancers. It's obvious just by looking at them. But like the fact that like people or guys like Jeff and Lane are able to cover up their lack of dance training with them just being charismatic and just, likable as hell really makes up for the fact that like, they're not professional trained dancers or anything. And they were able to keep up with each other pretty well. I don't know how many times they had to do takes with certain things. It was pretty obvious that like they had to change costumes every single time they wanted to film a new song. And since each segment was only like 15 to 30 seconds long, they probably just learned one bit, did it, reshot if they had to, and then just kept changing and kept filming over and over. But still, in spite of all that, they sounded great and they actually looked pretty good together. It was really fun. They touched on pretty much most of the major boy bands I could think of. It was fun getting to bop along and sing along with them because it just brought back a wave of nostalgia from so many bands I used to love to listen to. And low-key, I rock out to NSYNC and like Backstreet Boys when I'm working out or in the car every now and then, but who doesn't? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, link down in the description below. Ring the bell for more notifications. Let me know what other videos of theirs you'd like me to check out, and on top of that, let me know if there are any other groups or any other things like this you would like me to watch. I would love to react to anything like this. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope to see you again real soon.